everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I have a video on the Barbour fragrances. We have the two original ones for him and her. And the two brand new releases, Barbour Coastal. So I'm going to be letting you know what they smell like, how each one of them differs, and give you the lowdown on them basically. If you are new here, then hello, welcome. We are all about perfumes. I have literally hundreds of videos going through new releases, whole ranges, so do check out my videos. And if you're a regular, do make sure that you're subscribed and give the video a thumbs up, that really helps me. And in the description box, I'll leave the links to where you can get these, where they're available, along with links to my website, to my detailed articles on my blog, and of course my perfumes, Empress, Aphrodite, and my super concentrated soy wax candles. So Barbour are a quite old British brand. They are famous for their wax jackets, which are worn by people like in the countryside, going hunting. They're quite a high-end brand and very quintessentially English. And they're famous for their sort of tartan lining that they use as well. So this is the original for her, and this color is like their signature color, and it's got the tartan on. And they have some nice gift sets at Christmas with like socks and scarves with this tartan as well. So if we start with the two women's ones. So the first women's one, I was quite impressed with this when it came out. It's very much a jasmine perfume of the moment. So think Paco Rabanne Fame, think Dolce Viva, like lots of the big jasmine perfumes at the moment is really quite similar to them. The price point on these is better than the typical designer perfume, I have to say. So we're looking at 76 for the 100 ml and 56 for the 50 ml. So it is sort of maybe about £20 cheaper than a lot of designer perfumes. And in the original, as the jasmine settles, you start getting a little bit of vanilla, but it's actually like a vanilla tonka bean, so it's quite warm. I definitely wouldn't say this was an autumn winter perfume. It's very much sort of the kind of thing you could wear any time of year. It's quite universal. So that's why I was quite impressed with it, because I found it lasted, like I can really smell it now. I just sprayed it. It did have good longevity, and I thought it's quite a difficult perfume to dislike. If you like any of the big jasmine perfumes that are out right now, I think you will like this. And they're all eau de parfum, by the way. The new Coastal version, in my view, this is definitely a summer fragrance. It's much lighter than the first one, and I really get lemon from this. I was lucky enough to go to the launch event for the two new Coastal perfumes, so I'll insert some clips now. The theme was very much like aquatic, sailing, being outdoors, and also an aromatic vibe as well. So in this, I'm getting a bit of cardamom, but really the main note is like sort of a bergamot lemon. Very light, very refreshing. Even though this is an eau de parfum, personally, I feel like it performs like an eau de toilette. So this, for me, would be something I'd recommend if you're looking for a perfume for very hot, humid weather, something very light, refreshing, something like very subtle, pretty. The one thing I would say about the Barbour perfumes is I don't think they really are for him and for her. For me, this could be worn by any gender, like, you know, lemon with a bit of aromatic undertone. That's not necessarily only for girls. So anyone that's looking for a very light lemon perfume, I do think that this would be a nice option. It's kind of a little bit along the vibes of the new Bronze Goddess Lumiere that has that lemon leaf. It's a little bit like that. So if we come to the men's, so the original one for men, my partner Stephen wears this. This one is like a classic male scent. It's quite classy. I think it could be worn by any age. And it's basically got a cardamom and pepper opening, so a little bit of spice. And then underneath you've got plenty of vetiver and some woody cedar notes. So again, I'm definitely getting that outdoors, wearing your Barbour jacket on the hunting in the hills of Scotland or whatever, like the Queen. That sort of vibe, like refreshing, clean, definitely would work for the office. And again, at really any occasion. So for me, definitely the two originals are very universal, like crowd pleasers, you know, just typical men's and women's fragrances. The new coastal one, again, is going into that more aromatic vibe. And I noticed at the event, people were really loving this, both men and women. A lot of the ladies there said that they would happily wear this. So it has a bit of citrus opening note, refreshing, and as well that cardamom. It also has a ginger note in, which I do love ginger in perfumes. It just adds a bit of sharpness, refreshingness. But you've then got a hint of cinnamon, which works really well with the cardamom, and then a sandalwood base. So this very much is kind of like aromatic vibes, like something you'd get from a L'Occitane perfume. Feels classy, and for me this definitely does feel unisex. It's like an aromatic perfume. I think, yeah. It's got, and it definitely has a classy feel to it as well. These are all pretty classy perfumes. Yeah, I get the ginger and I get the cardamom. So I guess this is a little bit more spring summer because it's a bit more refreshing. Perhaps this is something a man might wear after the gym or sporty, and then this might be maybe evenings or to the office. But to be honest, you could wear either of them anywhere, to be honest. And I found the lasting power of both is pretty good. I wouldn't say that this is much lighter than the original in the way that the female one is. And just to look at the bottles, so you have this leather, I guess it's probably faux leather lid, and these are like a, what do you call this, not frosting, but like a smooth feel. And then you've got the different Barbour patterns going around. So the new coastal one, the women's perfume is in this shape, whereas the men's has a slight curve to it. It looks a bit like a whiskey bottle, liquor bottle that people would take with them when they're hunting in their Barbour jacket, I guess. So overall, they're all four are Soki approved. Definitely like the new coastal ones. They're just a little bit more interesting than the original ones. But if you are looking for a typical jasmine, warm vanilla perfume that so many of the new releases are these days, then the Barbour for her is pretty good value. These aren't sold everywhere. Their fragrance shop is the main place that you can get them, so I'll leave the links below. And I know that they do have that club that you can join, and then you get, is it 20% off everything? But you can also get them, I think, places where Barbour's sold, like outdoor country type shops. So guys, let me know if you've tried any of them. What do you think? Let me know in the comments. Like I said, links below to where you can get them. But yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comments. I do read all your comments, and give the video a thumbs up. That really helps me. But that's it, guys. So thanks so much for watching as always, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.